Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and I should thank Jenny. I'm very lucky today because she has covered most of the topic today. Thank you so much. Good morning, and ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to start by introducing myself. My name is Nur Azian Ab Latif. I'm the Consul of Agriculture from Consulate of Malaysia. And together with me today is Mr. Shariman Saleh at the back. He is the Vice Consul of Agriculture. So we based in Sydney, as mentioned by Mr. Jeff just now. So thanks to Osvej for inviting us. And as I mentioned, we are both from Ministry of Agriculture and Agro-based Industry. So similarly to DAF here, Department of Agriculture, so Agriculture Officer in Mission Abroad, our roles is on developing new opportunities for Malaysian and Australian agriculture sectors, be it in crops, fisheries, and livestock product. And under the ministry, we have 11 I'm sorry for that. Thank you. And under the ministry, we have 11 departments and agencies in various types and various roles to manage the policy as well as quarantine and biosecurity issues. So we are here today to share with all of you a general overview of how to get into Malaysian market, particularly in vegetable products. Basically, there are two steps to start over. The first is on the import regulation and quarantine. And the second one is grading, packaging, and labeling, and also has mentioned by Jenny just now. Sorry, it may take time. Okay, for importation of agricultural product at the entry point is controlled by MAKIS, Malaysian Agriculture Quarantine and Inspection Service. The closest example here is AKIS in Australian department. So MAKIS is a department responsible for enforcing Malaysian quarantine laws and also provided inspection and certification for range of agricultural products exported from Malaysia to ensure compliance with overseas countries' importation requirement, and also do inspection for a product to be imported to Malaysia. Established in 2008 under the Ministry of Agriculture, integrated services relating to quarantine, inspection and enforcement at entry points for the import and export of plants, animals, carcasses, fish, agricultural produce, soils, microorganisms and food. So currently all the entry points are under the management of MAKIS. Current legislation and updates. So we are obliged to the Plant Quarantine Act 1976 and the Plant Quarantine Regulation 1981 has been amended in 1986. MAKIS Bill in 2011, Custom Order Prohibition of Export in 1998 and Convention on International Trade in Endangered Species of Wild Fauna and Flora Act 2008. So this is almost similar. And when it comes to import procedure, these are related lists of control items under the Plant Quarantine Act 1976. I hope you can see on the screen. If not, then I will pass to Asvaj and maybe you can get it from organizer later. And we move to the second step, which is grading, packaging, and labeling regulation. Okay, Pharma is a marketing arm under the ministry to monitor, coordinate, control, and develop product marketing of Malaysian agriculture industry, import and export. So I think Jenny has mentioned about Pharma is a federal agriculture marketing authority, one of agencies under the ministry. And this, the introduction of GPL, known as GPL regulation, have been gazetted on 18th of August 2008. The 3P in Bahasa, but GPL in English, was also forwarded to the WTO Notification Committee on the 24th of June 2008 to notify the WTO members about the Malaysian plan to enforce the GPL regulation. This notification was collaboratively managed with SIRIM, one of auditing body in Malaysia, and the objection period was 2 months from the date of notification. So the GPL regulation encompassed the domestic, export, and import market. The target groups are as follow: exporters, importers, wholesalers, and retailers. So these are the objective of GPL regulation: to increase the product competitiveness, which means to ensure that producers are able to compete in the supply of agricultural produces to the premier supply chain in the international market. So the application of rules, the emphasis on the GPL will facilitate access to the market as standard developed according to the guidelines of FAO, Codex, and comply with the terms of WTO agreement. Secondly, to be market transparency through the Malaysian standard application. And also to increase farmers' income through post-harvest damage reduction, to increase farmers' income through post-harvest damage reduction. GPL regulation says that all agricultural produce should be packed accordingly and provide maximum protection from any damage during handling and transportation. This will increase farmers' income by saving from post-harvest high losses. And GPL also is very important to ensure the product is sustainable in existing import and export market. In 2009, Malaysia imported fruits values at 1.24 billion. Is about 12.4, is about 4 billion Australian dollar. GPL requires only quality agricultural produce that follow the standard O Codex are allowed to be imported. So I think this is the most important element. Traceability needs of a particular product in the control of pesticide residue for security purposes. The use of label on the packaging of agricultural produce is important because it provides information on the manufacturer, type of commodity, grade, and size of the produce to be sold. So agricultural produce involved under GPL, there are 73 types of vegetables, 50 types of fruits, 6 types of flowers, legumes, coconut, grains, and sugarcane. I have the detail and I will pass to organizer to be disseminated to members later. Okay, this study has been conducted by Pharma on consumerism trends and behavior in Malaysia. So in terms of grading, Malaysia shows a growing positive trend in uniformity grading, where 43% of Malaysian would prefer the product in uniformity, in high quality grade, and they're looking for packaging. This is the pictures on grading procedures. So agricultural produce to be marketed shall be graded in accordance with the Malaysian standards grade specification. If an agricultural produce has no Malaysia specification issued in accordance with the grade standards set by farmer from time to time or in accordance with the grade standards of the origin country. And all produce are graded into 3 categories, which is premium grade, grade 1, and grade 2. Grading emphasizes on 5 key features which include uniform maturity, freshness, free of defects, free from damage, and uniformity in size. Next is packaging. These are examples of the products has been exported to Malaysia. This is carrot. Product packaging for agricultural produce to be marketed should comply with certain characteristics, which are: the measurement is suitable with the quantity of packaged agricultural produce, contains agricultural produce of the same type and standards, and does not exceed 30 kilogram. Packaging must also meet the quality, hygiene, and durability criteria to provide maximum protection from any damage to agricultural produce during handling and transporting. Made from materials that will not have an adverse effect on agricultural produce packaging in it. To reuse a package that already has marking or labels on it, the marking must be erased and the existing label must be removed before use. So this is the labeling part. All agricultural produce must be labeled. With the label either marked or affixed and shall be the size of not less than 11 cm times 7, marked or firmly affixed and easily visible on the upper surface or side of the package. The label shall contain the following details: the name and business address of the importer, exporter, agent, producer or distributor, as the case may be of agricultural produce. Common name of the produce, standard grade of the agricultural produce, the size of agricultural produce, country of origin of the agricultural produce, weight of the agricultural package, weight of agricultural product package, and the label produce of Malaysia if the agricultural produce is to be exported to another country. The details should be marked to be legible and durable. Font size no smaller than 20. Using the national language and may include any translation in other language for local market. Labeling in English and may include any translation in other language for exported. And the national language for imported agricultural produce. From time to time, monitoring has been conducted by Pharma together with DBKL, is our local authority. A joint monitoring program has been done, and they have found that most Australian agricultural produce reach Malaysia DBKL wholesaling market in proper acceptance conditions. However, the labeling information needs to be improved by using more of Malay language. And consequently, compliance in the local market has also improved. In the year of 2014, we noted improvement in usage of label, providing better traceability of produce. The local exporters are encouraged to produce their own label packaging material registered with Pharma via an online system. Pharma is studying to be later expanding to include importer of it provide better traceability system. So with that, thanks for your attention, and should you have any inquiries, please do not hesitate to call or email me and Shariman at any time at this address. Thank you so much.